You tell me.
I don't know.
It sucks
I
because I
feel, mm,
I should have recorded that, but I literally recorded it right after you said
I can say it again.
that. I mean, you could, yeah,
I've said it twice now.
yeah. I bet you have.
Because we're out here and he's in there and there's the sheriff and where's the caveman. I don't remember how it goes. It's been so long since I've last seen the misadventures of Skooks.
Yeah. Oh damn, Jupe is listening to fucking Persona 4. What the hell?
Nice.
Oh,
Mass destruction. Do. Wait,
three.
that's the
That's
wrong one.
three.
Shit. That's three. Sorry, I can't.
It's fine, but with that,
Step
we're gonna open up
on
into
up
welcome
to
to the
the
new episode.
plate.
Welcome to the new episode of Midnight Toons. I'm your host PK Speed, and of course we have my factually correct friend Toble here.
Yeah, I know all the facts. Ignore the fact that I just sang the battle theme for freaking Persona 3 and when I'm talking about Persona 4, that I've totally played them.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, I can say that because I've played Persona 4.
Yeah, but hey, it doesn't. Hey, look on the bright side. They're all coming to Switch, so you can finally play
They're all
three.
coming to the make us play Persona 5 finally, after owning Persona 5 Strikers for like months now.
Yeah. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about Striker. But then again, that
Dude,
was
I
like
got it
a couple years ago, or a year ago, I think.
a little bit ago, which is
Year and a half,
boggling.
almost two. What else? But yeah, welcome to the new episode. Of course, we're gonna be starting off with our weeks. Toble can start it off since
Oh,
he's always right with the facts.
yeah, I'm right with the facts. Like, what day is it?
Sunday,
The Sunday. Yes.
yes.
Um, but yeah, so my week, not much. It's kind of the same as last week, except I can talk more about Fire Emblem Three Hopes, and by I can talk more about it, I mean I shouldn't talk more about it because it's still a pretty new game.
Well, it's fine.
But
It's been out for
I've
a long enough, and if people don't want to listen to it, they can just skip a little bit ahead by all means.
yeah. But yeah, I've been playing more in Golden Deer Path. And it's wild and this AU nonsense. It's wacky.
Yeah.
Like oof, man. Claude does some crazy shit. I feel like the only upsetting thing about Three Hopes is they have not made him go upside down.
Damn, really?
No,
What
yeah,
the
they haven't.
hell? I guess in this AU, upside down is illegal.
Upside down has been outlawed.
Sorry.
Only right side up or sideways. Sorry. Um,
But yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Um,
I mean, you did see a movie the other day.
yeah, oh, yeah, that's right. I saw the Thor. I almost said Zeus. Thor, Love and Thunder.
Oh, yes, I got to see the Zeus movie.
The Zeus movie. The Zeus takes a deuce and it fucks up a lot of women's lives. Uh, but nah. I saw the Thor movie, Thor: Love and Thunder. It's kind of on the. I mean, it had some cool fight scenes. It was the comedy was like on the cheesy end of comedy. I'm just like, yes.
Mm.
Uh, it's one of those things. Like, I mean, I haven't been so into Marvel in this latest stage. Well, that's because, like, they're on off that. They're trying to reestablish the hype beyond Endgame and shit, which is it's one of those things kind of hard because we've had all this build up for like the past like decade or two, and now they're basically in a bit where they're trying to find the next thing to build up to, and it's kind of,
Mm-hmm.
like it's not horrible, but at the same time, like man, I kind of just want to watch other movies
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Uh, like yeah, like it wasn't horror bad, but it's definitely one of those things. It was like it's right. The humor was there. The fight scenes were pretty all right.
Yeah, I think like Marvel movies are kind of in that place of like, yeah, they're just kind of like action movie schlock, but hey, people don't really criticize it that much. We know what they are.
Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, Love and Thunder. Uh, I played Hollow Cure a little bit too. I got up to 30 minutes. Oh Lord, I made a tweet about that. It's really goofy.
Yeah.
One of the rare instances where I tweet something that isn't just me retweeting an anime girl.
Something's happened. He's actually tweeted. It's
Oh
broke
God,
the
actual
formula.
tweets
The
for
end of
the
the world is
formula.
surely coming.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
And then after I got off work today, went to Quick Trip, picked up some snackage,
Yeah.
and the girl working there randomly, she just randomly was like, "Hey, have you heard what's happening with Trigun?" And I was like, "Trigun? Yeah, I have. Like we talked about it, how it was getting rebooted or whatever, and he was getting a new design and all that shit."
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, this is not my wheelhouse, but at the same time, I could talk about it because I know what's going on.
Okay, which quick trip
So
was it? Was it
it
at?
was the one on it was the one like down the road
Oh.
91st.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That is strange. What the fuck? Just a casual person being like, "Hey, you try gun,"
Yeah.
especially in Oklahoma.
Yeah, we hypothesized that well, the Joshes said she probably saw your anime looking lanyard because I was wearing my Fire Emblem lanyard, and I
Probably.
and I was just like, I mean, believable, but at the same time, out of all the things she would mention anime, it would be Trigun.
Yeah, true. Trigun's kind of like I wouldn't say obscure, but it's definitely not like the first anime that people go to talk about nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't just ask, "Hey, what anime have you seen?" She
Like
was
if it
just
was
like,
something topical, it would have been something like One Punch Man or like Attack on Titan. That's usually what people say when they're
"Oh
like
yeah,
trying to name like
yeah."
random modern anime.
At some point, we talked about Attack on Titan. I think she complained how it's kind of like that mix of like 2D, 3D ish kind of thing. I can't remember exactly everything. I've
Uh,
passed out,
yeah.
but yeah,
But hey, that's interesting.
yeah, and
Hopefully I'll be able to encounter her and then dunk her ass on
on Trigun,
Trigun.
I was like, yeah, my roommate knows a lot about Trigun.
Yeah, because Trigun's fucking rad. It's the
It is
coolest.
pretty rad.
But yeah. Anything else though? I assume that's it for your week.
Uh, yeah, because admittedly, I haven't done much else other than get sleep and eat. I get the mimir and sleep, eat the board gear.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I've been doing.
Yeah.
Mimirs and board gears are good.
Ugh, oh my god. Sorry. Ugh. Anyway, for me, I've done quite a few things this week. I started watching through some of the Final Destination movies recently. We've only watched the first two at the moment. We're gonna jump on to three, like on Tuesday, I believe. But it's Final Destination one. I've seen it a bunch of times. I've seen it plenty of times because I used to own it on VHS. But it is definitely one of those like you can tell this movie came out directly at like 2000. It still feels a little bit 90s in there, but it's definitely a movie. It's very how do I say? It's kind of like it acts very dramatic, but it's like the editing style and like the visuals for everything doesn't really like make it as it doesn't make it look as serious as I wanted to be. To give credit though,
Mm-hmm.
it has some pretty solid sense it has a pretty solid suspense, and I do really like the concept of the basically slasher of the series, which is just death. And if I gotta give
Yeah.
credit to anything, at least like in most of the movies with the semi kind of not for 2. I don't know. It's a little weird for that one, but like. I do like how in most of them there isn't really a hey I got out of the situation like ever at the end. The characters always eventually die or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit more in depth than they probably thought they were thinking because the actual movie itself is it kind of it does really feel like it's an episode of a show almost like it's supposed to be like an anthology episode. But to be fair, like the pacing of the entire movie is pretty fine for the most part. My only problem with it is some of the characters are a little bit unlikable, but also like I don't like how the main character because the whole setup for the whole plot of the movie is he's about to go on an airplane ride to France, like a class trip to France, and he gets a
Mm-hmm.
premonition showing that the plane's going to horribly randomly explode and all of him and his classmates and teachers are going to die. So he freaks
Yeah.
out, of course, and while he's doing that, he accidentally takes a couple other students, and some of the other students leave the plane because of it. And then after that happens, after that happened, thinking that he's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He got him kicked off the plane. The plane actually explodes, and then Death apparently is just like, well, you guys were supposed to die, so like I kind of got to fix that.
It's like you could have took the easy way.
Yeah, which in
Unfortunately
this
for me, Boney Tony, he's still on my payroll, and he's been looking awfully anxious for stuff to do the past few millennia.
basically like in some like it's really weird especially in the first one because they kind of like represent like they do the standard Final Destination camera focus in on a thing happening on like in the background slowly coming towards the character to kill them, but like they also have this weird CGI cloud occasionally and it looks real bad when you really look at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too bad because it's kind of hard to see, but also there's early CGI in there that's really funny. Like there's a part where the main character sees some like random dude like burning a bush and like the some of the leaves are on fire and they're like CGI coming towards him as like a premonition and I'm like, wow, man. Also,
Mm-hmm.
another issue I have with it is some of the dialogue's a little like I said earlier, it takes itself very seriously, which I don't mind by all means, but some of the dialogue's a little on point. Like the plane when they're getting on the plane for the first time, one of the characters is like, "Man, you had to be a really fucked up god to destroy this plane," which foreshadowing. Ooh. But like in
Ooh.
the most blatant way of like, "Oh, I hope not everyone on this plane dies." Ooh, like
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But hey,
There's dumb finger wiggles.
yeah, but hey, to give it credit, it has a scene when they played some Nine Inch Nails music, so it's automatically a 10 out of 10 movie. Highly recommended. Go watch it. All of them are actually on HBO Max at the moment. I believe they're originally on
Nice.
Tubi, but now they got moved to there. As for the second one, it's kind of weird. I don't know how to fully describe it, but like the basically a whole group of people almost get caught up in like a horrible accident in the middle of a road one day, and just like the first movie, this one random girl just gets a premonition of it and stops all these people from dying in there. But of
Mm.
course, because of doing that, now they're getting hunted by death, and now they're all. They give credit. At least this movie kind of makes them all aware that death actually is coming, and they realize it sooner than like halfway between the first movie. It takes them a while to actually be like, yeah, no, this is just a really weird coincidence. No, but
Weird coincidence.
but it's the second movie also tries to build upon like the rules of it. Like you can't kill yourself before death kills you, which is weird. I don't know how to.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that the guy? Isn't it the one with the guy who tries to hang himself? Or is that a later Final
I feel like
Destination?
that's a later one because in this movie, the only one I remember was there's a scene where one of the characters sees like another one of the characters get horribly murdered in an elevator, and he's like, "Fuck this! I control my life," and he pulls the cop's gun. One of the characters is a cop, and he pulls the gun from him, and he tries to shoot himself like 6 times, but nothing comes out, even though it was fully loaded.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's weird because the end of the movie also like their solution to try to stop them being killed is the main character realizes that she needs to basically have like a near death experience and like tries to drown herself by driving an ambulance car into the nearby lake. But it's even though that it's I don't know, it's really weird. They also basically explain that all the another reason why all these characters are all on the list is because apparently they were at least nearby the scene of like one of the characters who died in the previous movie, or
Hmm.
they were like accidentally involved in like some way, like they were at the incident, like one character gets hit by a truck in the first not a truck but a bus in the first movie, and the one of the characters in the second one was like, yeah, I almost went to this plane ride, not this plane ride, but like I almost went to this trip that like a bunch of people died on, but I didn't get to because I got into some horrible accident with some girl got ran over by the bus I was in and shit like that. So it's like further
Mm.
connected, and I'm like, okay, is it just like if you save anyone, then they also die, which they also kind of imply with the ending of the movie, but it's it's really weird. The second movie's all right for the most part. It's just kind of there. If anything, I will say that the first like the incident that like kicks off the movie is a pretty horrifying one. If anything, like it gets crazy. But I don't really care for most of the deaths in this movie. There's some pretty solid ones, but there's a lot of like really bad implemented CGI with some of them. So it's just yeah.
Hmm.
But it's fine. The one we're really excited for is three because three is kind of the one that like everyone remembers for some odd
Three. That's the
reason.
one with the log truck, ain't it?
No, that's the second one.
Oh, that's
Three's
the second one.
yeah, three's the one with the roller coaster.
Oh, I only know of the log scene, to
Yeah,
be real. I
that's
never cared for Final Destination.
that's fair. It's just one of those series where like I think it's a really cool concept, but none of these movies ever actually like effectively use it, honestly. So it's
Hmm.
just kind of weird. But hey, I'm kind of enjoying going through them again. It's there's some nostalgia there, and it at least gets some quick laughs because I do really legit love the death camera and how much of a death is just a dick in some of these movies. He just decides of like, man, I'm gonna kill them like this, or I'm gonna fucking give them the old trickaroo and shit.
Hmm.
Until at the very end of the movie where he decides to like fuck it, square up. Like the beginning of the end of the first movie, there's just this part where like it goes after one of the other death goes after one of the other characters and fucking it's like fighting that character's dog with like a giant like electric wire from one of the nearby lines, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Death could easily kill
Bruh.
that dog in a second, but instead it's like I'm gonna fight it.
Yo, about to fight this dog because he's been too much of a good boy.
Yeah. But other than that, I watched a little bit of Adventure Time recently because I have a friend who's currently like going through the series. That's been a little bit fun. There's not much I can really say there because it's I would need to rewatch all of Adventure Time to give my full opinion. But other than that, I haven't necessarily played anything other than like I'm trying to remember. No, that's pretty much it. The only other notable thing that I've done in my week is I started going to one of our roommates, like D&D, DD sessions, or
Yeah.
after whatever. I'm playing D&D with another group that they're playing with. That's how to sum it up. So that's cool. There's not much to say
Imagine.
there because I still have to do stuff for my character. So
Ooh, yeah.
yeah,
You said that, and I remembered something I have done.
yeah.
Are you finished with your week? Because I'll say it
Yeah,
after
no,
you're
I'm
done.
pretty much done with my week. That's everything
Okay.
notable that I've done.
Yeah. So, a thing that happened that I remember doing.
Yeah,
Um. So because well, me and a said roommate who goes to the D&D things. Uh, we were randomly out, and I was like, "Hey, there's this store that just says Warhammer.
Oh
Like I
yeah.
think sells Warhammer shit, and we were like, hey, and we went to the Steve shop that's next to it, and they were like, hey, uh, I'd like it can't all just be Warhammer, so we go in and we chill out with this Warhammer shop for like a few hours,
Yeah.
and it was pretty fun. Like he let us the shop owner. He was like, bro, welcome to Warhammer. It's pretty lit. It's pretty inclusive and shit.
Hey.
And he was like, hey, you guys want to paint a miniature and take a free miniature home? And we're like, hell yeah. So we stayed up there painting a miniature for a few hours.
Yeah.
And I remembered because we ended up running into a couple of people from the D&D group up there.
Yeah, I actually met them later for D&D, and they were talking about that. I was like, "Oh yeah, you're the guys that they mentioned in the Warhammer store." Yeah, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's real cool. Warhammer is definitely also one of those things that I'd be interested in getting into, but it costs some money to do it, and
It costs money, and
also
plus
painting them
there's
is
space
real rough.
constraints.
Space constraints as
It's
well.
Yeah, like I would get into I think I would go down there to hang out and vibe with them, but I don't know if I would get into it too soon just because I don't think I between wanting to save up money for personal things I need to do and the space constraints, like I'm all my shit's crammed into corners and stuff as it is right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
So I wouldn't be able I don't think I would want to try to get into it.
yeah. There's that,
At
and
least yet. Like maybe if we moved into like a different living situation, then maybe.
yeah.
But not right now.
Yeah, it's good. But fuck, there were actually was something else that I did with my week. Oh yeah, me and same friend also went to like the Dragon Slayer for their magic thing they do on Tuesdays. We didn't actually enter.
Yeah,
We just hung out with like a few people and try to play matches against them. We mainly just played matches against each other for like a couple hours.
nice.
But yeah, that was fun. It was cool going back to Dragon Slayer for a bit. A little weird being there, not for like any game thing, just for cards. But hey, it was fun.
Yeah, I've been thinking about speaking of Dragon Slayer because that was our old stomping ground for a bit. I've
Yeah.
been thinking of getting back into the Smash scene.
Yeah, I don't know if they still do it there though.
I don't think they do it there. I'd have to look around,
Yeah.
but
I don't
I
exactly
would definitely
remember,
be
but
interested.
I can check because I am in like the Oklahoma Smash Discord or something.
That's
Yeah, I would need
true.
to check for a second. But yeah.
Shoot,
Uh
I might ask you to do that
yeah.
because I've been thinking about because of work scenarios. I'm kind of got the fire to my ass on getting a car.
Yeah.
As much fun as carpooling is, and because it saves me money
Oh my
on
god,
gas
I
and
have
shit, I need
so
a
many
car.
notifications in the smat in this match Discord. Oh my god. It's like 333. I've barely been in here for a long ass time. Holy
Oh,
shit.
bro, I've got like the Salty DK Dan official Discord. I've got like 400.
God damn.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, like, dude, the Discords I'm in that I don't actively participate in are very active. Uh,
Yeah. Uh but yeah. That's gonna be pretty much for sorry. That's gonna be pretty much it for the weeks. We're gonna jump right into the news. Yes. Anyway, first up on the news, Spectacular Spider-Man. It's being just got added to Netflix. Actually, literally like a day or two ago.
Spectacular Spider-Man. Oh, shit,
That
there's so many Spider-Mans.
Spectacular Spider-Man 2011, 2008, whatever. It's I forget what studio did it honestly, but it's the one that I remember watching a lot in like Saturday morning programs whenever they still had those before streaming
Yeah.
and cable kind of killed it.
Oh, shoot, I don't remember.
But yeah, no, Spectacular Spider-Man is one of those shows where like people to this day say that it is by far the best Spider-Man like animated show, and I agree because it's real good.
Mm-hmm.
I like the art style. It's real. It's going for its own unique thing, and also I really like what they do with the characters in the show because like there's some actual cool, interesting writing in there, and I like some of the stuff they do with some recognizable Spider-Man characters. It's real cool. It
Yeah.
was 2000. Where I just had this here.
2008.
Yes, it was 2008. Okay, cool.
Adrian Toons. I'm just gonna look at some images of it.
Yeah. Oh, right. There's like a
Oh
whole
yeah, where he pulls like the Cusco shit, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh man, there's like a whole ass part here of the cancellation of the show. Goddamn. They were hoping to reach
Oh,
five seasons in total, but only got 2 seasons. Damn.
um,
That's real sad. I knew that the show got canceled and they wanted to do more with it, but I didn't know there was a lot more to it than I thought. Damn. Well, I mean, I always assumed that there was a lot more, but like I didn't know this was like public information.
God, I'm trying to remember.
But yeah,
The
no.
designs they ring a bell, but it's one of those things like
Shit.
I don't.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I forget who did the art for it too. Like, shit. Like the designs are like I know who's.
It's less I know this from like this design from like another source. It's more like I'm trying to remember this show other than the Cusco bits.
Yeah, that's
Like it's been so long.
but yeah, it's been a bit as I've watched Spectacular Spider-Man too, but yeah, no, it's real good. It honestly kind of feels bad that this show was really solid because from what the little I do remember, it's real cool. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, after this got canceled, then the Marvel buyout happened with Disney, and then we got those later Spider-Man shows on Disney XD, which are they were really mediocre in comparison to Spectacular Spider-Man, honestly, despite the fact that like a lot of those Disney XD Spider-Man shows do like a bunch of shit, a bunch of crazy ass stuff. But it's just it wasn't the same afterwards. But hey, it's cool that seeing at the least that the show is actually on a streaming service because I don't remember it being on anything beforehand. Be-
Yeah, good.
I'm pretty sure,
Oh
yeah, like I'm
shoot.
pretty sure I was talking to a writer about it, and they couldn't find it anywhere except that you had to like buy it on like Amazon or YouTube or something. I don't even think it's on Disney Plus.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's super cool to seeing it back. It's I believe currently like eighth trending show on Netflix or something, or at least for the animated stuff. So that's
Oh,
cool.
that's nice.
Other than that, that's not much else to really say about that. I highly recommend it. Next up, we got the first trailer of the Rise of the TMNT movie that got announced a while back.
Oh
Which
yeah, that movie.
Yes, which I've seen the trailer. I'm super excited. They introduced Casey and they introduced this whole time travel subplot to prevent the Krang from coming. So it's going to be cool seeing Krang in the new Rise of TMNT art style because man,
Mm-hmm.
their animation is always nuts, especially for now. It's going to be in a feature film, or I
True.
guess feature film as much as you can get for like pinning a film on Netflix.
Yeah.
But still, hey, super hyped for that. I still need to watch Rise of the TMNT. I didn't fully finish it. It's not too long from what I remember, at least. It
Mm-hmm.
just TMNT is one of those things where you can kind of reboot in any way, honestly, because they're going to be forever. They're kind of like those weird IP characters that exist. Like I wouldn't be surprised that in the next couple of years, like they eventually become like public use characters.
Honestly, yeah, because like literally there's like I think there's been like a new
There's
TMNT like every 5 years at
like there's
least.
always a new TMNT. Like it's been around for like as long as we've been alive, and it's been around just a bit longer before our parents were children.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, I'm super excited for it. Can't wait for that. There's not again. I actually no, I didn't mention this earlier. Unfortunately, there isn't not much stuff in the new releases and trailers this week. A lot of the new stuff is new seasons for already existing shows. Like Tuca and Birdie's getting like season 3 and a bunch of other stuff. Primal season 2, which we talked about last week. But other than that, next up is another Netflix movie that just recently got released, The Sea Beast, which is a really well animated CGI movie that just got that it's been announced for the last year or two, but it finally came out. And from what I've heard, actually, to give a small shout out, Cartoon Brew did recently a small podcast with the creator and talked about his inspiration for making the movie. So I'll link that in the description below if anyone's interested. It's not too long, so it's really
Mm-hmm.
cool. Other than that, I can't really give my opinion about it. Most of the stuff I've seen from it are the trailers, which it does look pretty cool. It does remind me of old adventure style stuff like Indiana Jones, or I don't want to say Pirates of the Caribbean. That's not exactly the same style. I don't know, like Adventures of Monkey Island or something. I don't know.
The Adventures of Monkey Island.
Pirate aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, yeah. Other than that, we do have a new trailer for again, I'm just always surprised whenever we get any news about them, but Apple TV Plus and they released an actual trailer for their new movie Luck, which I believe we briefly talked about in the previous episode.
I
Um
believe so, yes.
yeah, I saw the trailer for it, and basically the plot of the movie is about this I'm assuming 20-something-year-old girl who just got terrible luck, like absolute bad luck, until she finds a lucky penny and then loses it, and then accidentally meets a black cat who works in like the weird magic realm of luck. So she's like, "Hey, I need that," and the cat's like, "No," in an Irish accent.
No, in an Irish
Yeah,
accent.
no, that's the one thing that kind of got me off guard. I completely forgot from the teaser that the cat has an Irish accent, which I have no problem with. It's just that's not the usual voice I see from cats in most media.
True that. True that, yeah.
Maybe in like a Dark
It's
Souls game, but even then.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, it looks kind of neat. It's kind of giving me it reminded me of Wonder Park. I know you don't know what that is, but
Yep.
that was a children's animated movie made by Sony Animation, not Sony. It was some other animation studio. They weren't known for much. They made Rango, if I remember correctly, that movie with
Mm.
Johnny Depp, which that movie is actually really good, but everything after they made was terrible. What terrible in the sense of like no one watched it, like their numbers are terrible, and it's kind of reminded me of that in a visual sense. Like the animation looks fine, but doesn't have anything too striking outside of some of the magic stuff. Like in the trailer they show that like the magic luck world is kind of like everything runs every bit of luck runs with them, and then like the other side of the world is the unlucky part. It's like light world, dark world, Legend of Zelda shit. So
Hmm.
hey, but from a visual
Neither.
standpoint, it doesn't really look that interesting by all means. It's like, hey, cool, that's neat. But hey, it's to be fair, that I even though that this looks pretty mediocre, like Apple TV's also releasing like a new Charlie Brown special, and that one looks pretty good actually. So I don't know, maybe the
Charlie
money.
Brown special. Oh my god.
I would say, yeah, I would say that maybe because they gave more money to the Charlie Brown gang, but also Charlie Brown is like everyone knows Charlie Brown, so
Everybody knows Charlie Brown, except for
like
like the tiniest of children.
like any kid below 2, maybe 1. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe not. I just Apple TV just kind of there, and I never hear anyone talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Or that's originals, which I don't know. Other than that, that's going to be all for the new releases and trailers. What we're gonna go head into the news, which we actually do get a bit of news this week.
We've got news because a lot of shit happened.
Yes, a lot of stuff has happened. First up is the unfortunate passing of Kazuki Takahashi.
Yes.
Okay, creator of Yu-Gi-Oh, both the original creator, and he unfortunately passed away at 60. Apparently, he died in in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, from what it seems like at the moment, it was some sort of diving, like snorkeling accident because
Hmm.
they found him like with minor like animal like sea creature wounds and but like face down with a snorkel.
Damn, Damn, that really does suck.
So I don't know entirely. Like I don't think there's probably some investigation to see if like that's the long and short of it.
Man, there's a lot
But
of
I
deaths
mean
happening in
that's where
Japan
we're
right
at the
now.
moment.
Like it's sorry, it was just really weird timing that this unfortunately he died and then that one other dude died, Shinjo. uh
Shinzo Abe, the
yeah,
Prime Minister of Japan.
yeah, like what's up with that? It's really weird.
Yeah. Well,
But
I mean, Shinzo Abe got assassinated.
yeah, true, but like it weirds me out that like they died within like the same time frame. It's only like a couple days apart.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
Like
just
they died
weird.
within the same week.
Yeah, but it is sad hearing that the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh passed away because like if
Oh,
I
dude,
fucking Yu-Gi-Oh's great and I've always
it is
loved its
so fucking
style,
good.
but it's
Like it
yeah.
has impacted so many people's lives, at least of our generations.
I mean, hey, it basically like popular outside of Magic was like one of the most popular card games out there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably even more popular, honestly.
To be honest, yeah.
Like I can't real other than Magic and maybe like Pokemon and not counting like traditional card games like poker or anything. Like it's undoubtedly like one of the most recognizable like card games out there. So it hey, at least there's like a long standing legacy that he left behind.
True that, because like what, there's like 6 or 7 series of Yu-Gi-Oh, I think.
It's 7, 8,
Because there was original, then
original
GX,
GX,
and then 5Ds.
5Ds, yeah.
Uh, Zexal was the next one, right?
Yes, it
That
was.
was the one with the Yuma or whatever.
Yeah. And
And
then
then I know V Reigns.
yeah, and then was there one after that? I don't think so.
I'm trying to think of all the gimmicks because there was no bare minimum gimmicks.
Because then it
A
was
bit more.
numbers, and then it went to pendulum, right?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Because when he got the Zexal, it was the numbers, and then
Zexal was the XU
yeah,
summons.
the XZ something
And
XYZ.
it, yeah,
Yeah,
because it was synchro, because 5Ds introduced synchros,
yeah,
and then um Rain, uh yeah, Zexal introduced XZs,
yeah,
and then there was Pendulum
yeah.
yeah, Summons, which was V Rains. I want to say I'm probably wrong, and then there was Link summoning.
Okay. I knew there was another
Whatever
one.
one was Link summoning. I say this, I could boot up freaking Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist and find this out immediately.
So I want to say about like 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Give or
So
take, give
give
or
or take.
take.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like it is unfortunate,
By the
but
way, I totally have not booted up Duel Link just to figure this out.
that's great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and then they're doing that. Yeah, there's Arc V or Arc 5 or whatever.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
That's what we can't remember. It's because it's Pendulum, and Pendulum is hit or miss because it's so convoluted.
Yeah. But yeah, back on the original topic, but yeah, it is unfortunate that he passed away. But hey, again, he's left of a large legacy behind, you
Yeah,
know. And for the most part,
he's
there is
left a
going to be more
legacy.
Yu-Gi-Oh stuff because like
Yeah, because there's that Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens or whatever that's coming out.
yeah, because like Konami knows Yu-Gi-Oh still makes them tons of money, so.
Mm-hmm. True that.
But if any,
Like, shoot, I bought a
hopefully,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Game.
they like honor him somehow. Like I don't know, maybe like a custom card thing for him or something. Not like a
That would be
usable
nice.
card, just as just as a display or something.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. But hey, that is unfortunate. Rest in peace. Next up,
Mm-hmm.
this one I found completely randomly. Just today, I found
Ooh,
out.
digging into my wheelhouse today.
Yeah, so BoJack Horseman's director is reanimating classic sitcom Golden Girls into Golden Girls 3033. It's basically them in the
Oh,
future.
oh my God.
Oh yeah, we're
I
getting
don't know how
Golden
I feel
Girls.
about this.
Fuck, what was the TMNT show when they got sent to the future? God damn it.
Uh, Into the Future?
No,
Hang
it
on,
was
I know what you're
something
talking about.
else. Yeah, because it was what the 2003 series went after.
No, that's the TMNT. I'm like looking this up, my dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm
This
looking it
is
up too. Fast forward. That's what it was called.
Fast Forward, Future Shell Shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, was it
Yeah, I
fast
like the
forward? It
design.
was.
I
Yeah.
remember that. I remember that show because there was this one hot episode where like this dude like injects this pigeon with like whatever the fuck
Yeah.
like some weird mutant shit, and I think it gets out and I think it poops on a hot dog or something, and yeah, I think like Mikey eats it and he gets infected with the goop shit. And he like passes it on to like everybody else, and I think Raph is like the only one left.
Damn.
That's like the only episode I remember. I do not know why I remember it. I think it's just because it stuck out to me so much.
Yeah, I remember fast. I remember watching a little bit of Fast Forward, but I was like really not interested, and it felt really weird because like I didn't know like if it was bad or not. By all means, it was just like it didn't seem as interesting as the earlier series, honestly. Like 2003 TMNT, pretty good. It's pretty solid, but like fast forward, there was even though I thought like the cool technological stuff was cool because I was super into sci-fi at the time. Like I
Oh
fucking
yeah,
lived and breathed fucking Star Wars, but like I could not get into it at all, and I felt really bad because I fucking love TMNT. But it was
yeah,
also that, and the only time I could see it at the time was through like Saturday morning like airings. So like if I did catch it, it was merely because I had just enough
been
time.
awake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or be awake
I
at
get
the right
that.
time. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's the problem with the TMNT back when I would have watched it.
yeah,
Is it was Saturday morning cartoon block for me.
yeah,
Otherwise, I feel like I would have loved it because I mean I liked the sci-fi design. I mean, I'm gonna be real. It was
yeah.
one of those things I
I
was
do
like,
like
yeah,
them
this is
trying to
cool.
like futurify their weapons, but yeah. To
Beam.
be fair, I feel like that like Rise and TMNT of some of the stuff I've seen, they definitely took like some of the like transforming weapons from this and made it into something a lot more interesting in their show. So I'll give them credit for that.
Mm.
But yeah, no, this oh damn, I was really loud. But this thing right here, BoJack director remaking Golden Girls in the future.
Yeah.
Apparently
Uh,
is Mike Hollingsworth?
Mike Hollingsworth.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Mike Hollingsworth is gonna yeah, he showed off a pilot, I believe, at shit. What was this? Oh my god. My
What are you looking for?
oh well, whatever. He unveiled a pilot, a 5-minute pilot for this concept, and I don't know how to feel about it honestly. What do you think about Golden Girls going to the future, Austin?
Um, it is intriguing in a weird sense. As the local resident Ryan Reynolds of the apartment, who just likes Golden Girls a healthy amount. Um, uh, it is an interesting idea. I mean, it's one of the things like all of these actresses are dead now. It's so fucking wild to think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh man,
Oh man, yeah, no, they're all gone. Damn.
yeah, because Betty White died, I believe, the end of last year.
Yeah. Oh damn. Well, I remember that, but
Yeah,
I also remember that like oh yeah, the other two. They're yeah no they passed
the other
away.
three, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Damn.
like
That's
Rue McClanahan, obviously Betty White, Estelle Getty,
yeah
and Bay Arthur. Yeah, they all died like a decent bit before Betty White did.
yeah.
And it's definitely interesting to see like these characters brought back. But I've got a few things on this. One thing I always love spouting is that Rue McClanahan, Blanche Devereaux
Yeah.
in the show, she is Oklahoma.
Yeah.
She was from Oklahoma.
Yeah. Damn. That's
Which I always love spouting that because I'm like, yeah, we had something other than like Chuck Norris and Carrie Underwood.
mm-hmm.
I've tried really hard to remember that because I don't think often. I don't very much think of Carrie Underwood very much,
Yeah. I
very
don't think
often.
most people do anymore.
Yeah,
But
I couldn't tell you
I
what
was
she does.
rereading through the articles. I did read it earlier, of course, but
Hmm.
they came up with a concept because they were just riffing with the directors at BoJack, and they were like working on the show of like, hey, it's Golden Girls, but they found the fountain of youth and they live in the future.
Hmm. Which is definitely a fun concept because I mean it was a crazy hit show back when it aired. And
Yeah,
honestly I can see why. It's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
yeah. So from what I understand, they were just like, haha, wouldn't that be funny? And then it kind of derailed into, yeah, we actually have a lot of ideas for this. We should just make this. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, I mean I'm happy with it. Another side thing I like spouting every now and again.
Yeah.
Because I learned about this recently is the the Betty White, Estelle Getty, and Rue McClanahan, and whoever played Stan
Mm-hmm.
in the show.
Yeah.
Um, I think Herb Edelman looks like. Um,
Yeah.
like they are like, man, this success is like wild. It's crazy. And I think somebody had pitched the idea of like a sequel show or some sort.
Yeah.
And they're like, hell yeah, I'm in. The only one who wasn't in was B. Arthur, Dorothy.
Yeah.
Because she was like, listen, I've had my fun. This fame is cool, but at the same time, like, I want to let it right. I'm cool with letting it right out.
Yeah.
And the other four went on to go in this sequel spin-off thing called the Golden Palace. It had nowhere near as much success from what I heard. I haven't watched it much myself, but it's definitely on the list. But it's definitely like one of those things. It's nice to see them breathe new life with all these characters.
Mm-hmm.
I especially like in the article page where all of them are relatively normal in design, and then you have Sophia, Estelle Getty's character, as
Yeah.
a fucking mech.
She looks like the fucking like the mech suit from fucking Aliens.
I know. It's one of those things like I was trying to hold that in throughout that entire
Yeah, I know.
conversation.
I was same. I was like, man, when Nelson finishes that, I gotta mention that.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like, oh god, between the Golden Girls, man, it's so hard for me to pick a favorite because I love how just how unabashedly uh like I love Blanche's just unabashedly like, hey, uh, romantic shenanigans
Yeah.
ensue,
Yeah.
and I love like Dorothy is the pragmatic one who is always super serious and stuff, and I love that, and I love Sophia because she's just like, yes, old world wisdom, I would kick your ass, etc. And she's like the smallest woman on the show. Like she is so like she's the smallest and the oldest, and I'm just like, oh my god. And then
My.
Betty White there is just the space case, and I really loved that.
So what you're telling me is we should be expecting a Golden Girls tier list sometime soon from you.
Golden Girls tier list.
Yeah, who's
Oh
the
my
strongest
god,
Golden Girl?
bro. Shoot, I don't know.
Well, don't worry. It doesn't have to be released now, but sometime in the future. Prepare
Hmm.
for a
Hmm.
special episode of Midnight Toons where we talk about in depth on like it'll be like the Jello Apocalypse video where he talks about all the Scooby Doo characters. We're gonna make like a 1 hour thing of us talking about the strengths and weaknesses of each Golden Girl.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but other yeah, but I'm kind of excited for this because that's such a weird concept, and I do like how Golden Girls is in this case of like pop culture where like everyone, like a weird amount of people just love Golden Girls, like a
Mhm.
large amount of people.
Yeah, like you still see Golden Girls based merch like in some
Yeah,
stores,
straight up. Like
and I
you
just find it amazing.
yeah.
I still love how Ryan Reynolds paid so much money to wear a Golden Girls shirt in one of his movies.
God damn, that's amazing. But
Yeah, I don't remember which movie it is off the top of my head, but I know it was a thing that like I remember seeing an article of it. Like he was like, "Listen, I don't care what I have to do. I'm wearing this Golden Girls t-shirt."
you should look that up. But while you're
I'll look
doing
it up real quick.
yeah, while you're doing that,
Um,
we're gonna go into the next piece of news, and that is there's possibly gonna be a live action Death Note series in the similar style of Stranger Things. Oh, actually, no, it's the creators of Stranger Things, the Duffer Brothers, are they were talking about a bunch of Netflix stuff that's going to be coming up, and apparently they what wait what a
oh, was it in Deadpool? Yep,
yeah,
he
okay,
spent 10K so Deadpool could wear a freaking Bay Arthur t-shirt.
of course, Stranger Things spinoff.
Oh my God, it was in the scene where he was starting that stalker pizza guy.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my god, how did I
I
fuck?
love that.
That's great. That's great. But yeah, as I was explaining, the directors of Stranger Things, Stranger Things has been getting popular again recently because first season, from what I've heard, is pretty solid, and they're going to be doing some other stuff with it, and along with Netflix, they're apparently going to be making like a stage play and shit, whatever. But apparently they have the idea of they want to make a live action series adaptation of Death Note, which I don't know don't know how to feel about that because Netflix already was trying to do Death Note before and it failed miserably.
Oh, the Death Note live action thing?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at the yeah, Ryan Reynolds paid like $10,000 to wear the B. Arthur tank top because Deadpool harbors a crush on B. Arthur, and I'm loving that so much.
Yeah.
Because honestly, yeah, B. Arthur is great. So yeah, we're on the Death Note live action from Stranger
Yeah.
Things creators.
Yeah.
Uh,
This is
the
okay.
last time they did Death Note,
Straight up, it was
I
also
am
even Netflix. It wasn't the Duffer Brothers, to be fair, but Netflix already tried. But I did read a little bit here, and it does say that this is going to be a different take. It has no relation to the adaptation back in 2017, but still, I am a little like
they've
they already
already
tried
tried it and it
before.
failed, so I have low hopes for this.
Okay, to be fair, the original failed not necessarily because I don't think that Death Note can't work in live action by all means, but the biggest reason why original Death Note failed super hard is like every decision they decided the change from the original was just really bad. Like Light not necessarily being a smart individual, like a highly smart individual who wants to change all of society, kind of like and switching him to being like just kind of an edgy kid being like, hey, yeah, I can beat that, yeah. And also
Yeah,
they
that
changed
they
they
cannot. Yeah, that's one of. Oh, you continue, and I'll,
also
I'll,
I
you
sorry,
know,
I just remembered L in that movie. He's played by a black dude. I forget his name unfortunately, but he does a pretty solid job. But there's this part early on where they show him eating candy, because the thing in Death Note is L eats like a bunch of sweets because that's just what he likes to do. But
that's just
in
how
the
you do.
actual movie, in the live action movie, they explain that he needs it so his brain can keep functioning properly because he needs the sugar. And I'm
They
like,
couldn't just.
why? Why?
Yeah, I mean, there's things where people need sugar because of like body deficiencies,
Yeah,
like
this
Gaius in Fire Emblem Awakening. I think he has like hypoglycemia or something.
yeah, but it's just okay, that's fair, but
Like they can do shit like that. But if you're just like, oh, you shoehorn something in dumb,
yeah.
that doesn't
Also,
work.
I
It
also to give massive credit to the team that did work on that. I do like Willem Dafoe as Ryuk. Like that's really good. That's perfect.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
Like Duffer Brothers need to understand that. Yeah, need to make Willem Dafoe Ryuk again, please.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was about to say before I let you continue on.
Yeah, my bad.
The fact that they make a major characterization change, such as Instead of Light being highly intelligent, he's just edgy. Okay, congratulations. You described all kids, all teens in like the early 2000s.
Yeah, no, honestly,
But the thing is, Light is highly intelligent. He is always 5 steps ahead.
yeah.
So if you take him to just an average kid, but now he's edgy, oh,
Yeah,
you are turning it from 5D chess to, oh, look, this is what happens when oh, man.
it's one of those adaptations that's really weird. Of like I've talked to people who've defended it, and I can kind of see from their point of view of like it's an adaptation. They wanted to do something different with it, and I think that's fine. But it also doesn't help that their adaptation actually, just from a pure just watching it and viewing the plot, actually is just dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe if it was good on its own, I could probably respect it. And there's still like some stuff in the movie that they had the right idea, I guess. Like again with Ryuk, and there's a visually it had some pretty good, interesting bits, but other than that, it's not good. It's no.
Misa.
Oh yeah, they changed Misa in that one. She's no longer like a goth girl. She's like, well, it's really weird. She's kind of more the brains in when she joins up with L, because sorry, when she joins up with I was about to call him
Kira.
Kira, a fucking light, and she actually she's completely different from her manga and anime counterpart, where like she's completely dumb, but she has a
She's
Death
the
Note and a
dips.
Shinigamis, and she's willing to do anything for light. In this one, she's kind of like she's way smarter than him, and kind of like only agrees to like work with him for her own goals, you know. Which
Weird.
it's a weird change, but I don't mind because it kind of helps with like being dumb, and I'm like I don't mind their dynamic. It's just the movie's still dumb though.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
I feel like I would have liked if it was like an intellectual to where they could bounce off of each other into like
yeah.
intellectual like,
If there
and
is
both
any,
are like trying to use each other,
oh
but
man,
you know,
yeah. If there is anything I do like some of the lines the dude who plays Light when he's talking to Ryuk. Like there's this part where like L is like, "Man, I'm getting closer onto you. I'm coming on the TV." And Ryuk's like laughing at him and he's like, "Hey, shut the fuck up."
yo, shut the fuck up, man.
Like that's the most realist thing anyone would do talking to a Shinigami. Just, "Yo, bro, shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what to fully expect because Stranger Things for the most part, I haven't watched past season 2. I watched a little bit of season 3, but I didn't finish it. I didn't care for it too much, and from what I understand, the general consensus is first season really good. It's legit really great. Second season's all right. It has moments, but yeah. Third
Mm-hmm.
season, it's also really all right, but it like a lot of the side stuff is really boring. And then this fourth season, although not perfect, still for the most part is really solid, like really good. Honestly, it has
Yeah.
some pretty good high bits.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hey, I'm interested. I'm interested if they can do it because if anyone could do it, I could see them doing it. Because season 1 in Stranger Things is very like visually and storytelling wise very well done. Like it's really nicely paced. It's almost kind of like a murder mystery almost where like every character only knows as much as the audience knows, and the further into series you when you get more bits of information you get them as the characters get it, and you're like, oh, that makes sense, okay. Which if this series is gonna be similar to like season 1 Stranger Things, then I'd be totally into it, yeah. But hey,
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, that's yeah. But we'll go on to
Yeah.
the next
I
news
got
topic. Oh, sorry.
yeah, I've
Do you
got
have
nothing
something
on
else to say?
Stranger Things, but I do got one funny thing. My
What?
mom has watched more Stranger Things than I have.
Actually, I think my mom has too at this point.
Because I've watched none of it, and
Yeah,
I know at some point my mom started watching it. And I was just like, "Whoa,
yeah. I
weird."
remember I tried showing it to my mom and brothers a while back, but we didn't have enough time to. And then when I was hanging out with my brother recently because he was visiting, he told me that my mom had gone into like a bunch of stuff on streaming service, and especially Stranger Things. Like she's completely caught up with completely caught up with it. I think at this point she's probably watched the new season. Which,
Wow.
like, I'm like, damn, my mom beat me watching a show. It's kind of weird. Like, she watched plenty of other shows that I'm not interested in, but that's a show we both watch, and she's ahead of me. And what the fuck? It
Mhm.
messes with me. But hey, I don't know exactly what to think about it, but hopefully it'll be good, or maybe it'll be bad. Maybe it'll be a giant shit show like last time. Either way, I'll be
At least
appeased.
if it's a shit show, we hope for dumpster fire because those are always so pretty to look at.
I will be pleased. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
next up is fucking. It's memes. That's what's coming up next. Meme obsessed teens are
We're
driving
memeing.
are driving ticket sales for Minions Rise of Gru.
Oh man, I love this so
So
much.
already, this movie was actually doing pretty well beforehand. It's kind of been like the animated movie that's done the most ever since in the middle of the pandemic. Honestly, like it's done extremely well. And not only
Mm-hmm.
that, because of TikTok and because of how big of memes that Minions and the whole Despicable Me Despicable Me franchise is, now there's a bunch of motherfuckers like posting on Twitter going to going to theaters in suits being like, going to watch the new Minions movie. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like
I know.
how I like
So
how like
good.
memes have kind of manipulated the box office in the past couple months. Like we first had
Yeah.
Morbius come out, fail. People whine about, hey, we want to wanted to come out again because we got a more, and they were like, oh,
We
okay,
got
and
a
then
more.
don't
We
see it
got a more.
again.
Yeah, it failed twice. There's very few times I can think of a movie failing in theaters
But then
twice.
there's this shit where people go
Where
see
for
Rise
the
of Gru.
same memey shit, because now they've got all these teens and shit going in suits and all that, squatting up to watch
And now,
Rise of
like,
Gru, and it's doing numbers. It's
it's
doing
doing
well
so much numbers.
for because of memes. And I like the people at the big movie companies are just like, what in the fuck is this shit? At
I
the same
just
time, oh
Yeah, but apparently just oh my god, apparently the official TikTok account for the Minions has added like 2 million followers in the past 15 days.
my
And
god.
at this point they have fully embraced the movement. They're like, yeah, cool. Apparently they're even doing way better than fucking Lightyear, which is so
My god.
annoying. I can't.
It's fucking great.
They're just like, I can't believe that they just get this free W just randomly for Minions. Just, oh my
Just
god.
yes, just oh my god,
Well, you know what this
Minions.
means. We gotta go watch the new Minions movie in our suits, bro.
Dude, I was like so tempted to be like, "Hey, guys, you want to watch the Rise Gru? Squad up.
Oh man, we should totally do that at some point.
We should. We should.
Just
I
all
haven't
of
been into
it.
Minion. I have not watched a Minions movie since like a decent chunk of the second one.
Yeah, I've actually seen. The only one I haven't seen is the third Despicable Me movie. That's it. I've seen
Yeah.
all the rest though.
But yeah, oh my god.
Against my will,
Dude,
but
I literally while we were at the movie theater for Rise of Thor, this big crowd of kids and like, some parents and all that,
yeah.
like just came in. Like it was so bad the dudes had like the people at the movie theater had like all these cups pre-filled with drinks lined up.
Goddamn.
But like we saw it and I joked to one of our roommates, be like, man, all these kids are here, but it'd be a surprise twist if they all came in to watch the horror movie of the cycle, the Black Phone.
Oh man, that. All right, kids, going to the theater. Like, why would they just went in there by accident? They're like, man, this is a minion.
This is a
This isn't
despicable
minions
me.
at all.
This ain't this. Where the Gru?
Oh man, actually, that was another thing I did with my week. I was hanging out with my.
The fact that gentlemen got
Oh
into fucking
shit!
business suits instead of fucking leisure suits will forever be a fucking sin upon this earth. They should have fucking went full Kazuma Kiryu
Oh my god.
in this fucking theater.
Oh my god.
Oh damn, Pixel
That
comes in.
Yeah.
Made the wrong choice that day.
He fucking Pixel
Also-
came in like a fighting game, like challenger, a challenger.
A new
approaches.
challenger's approaches.
I am the Akuma of this earth. What do you expect from me?
Oh my god. That is great that that this is what summons you.
This is what the
Listen,
summons.
I was really out here about to complain about my Have a Nice Death run, but honestly, it's not worth it. You ever have an AI opponent bait out your own fucking attacks?
Yes. It's pain.
Um, that's what I was experiencing. Anyways, what's up, gentlemen?
Dude,
Hey,
it's been a fat minute.
Yes.
It's been a while, audience of nobody. But like, what's up?
Damn, it's introducing surprise podcastical guest Pixel Von Doom.
I'm back, nobody.
I'm back by unpopular demand.
Honey, I'm home.
No,
Silence.
not even unpopular demand, just no demand.
There is no demand.
Honey, I'm home. Wait a minute, I live alone.
No. Honey, I'm home. Crickets.
Dude, not even the crickets, bro.
The crickets leave right as you say
Crickets
that.
left, bro. They do not want you.
Yeah, no,
You just see
you
the
would. No, you say it expecting fully for the crickets to start making their noise, and they just walk out being like, "No, bro, come on."
They put on their little hat, grab their suitcase, and just
they
hop
grab their
out.
suitcases and just walk.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah,
It was
we're-
so bad. Life just decided to evolve these crickets to walk.
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
But yeah, right as we're finishing talking about how minions have just meme culture is completely
At this
flipped.
point, I think generally at this point, Minions and the entirety of the Despicable franchise has reached a point where it's like, okay, these movies aren't bad; they are pure kids content.
Yeah, they're
So like,
it's one of those things
so,
where like I don't like them, but I don't
going
hate
against
them.
it is like trying to like down a fucking titanium wall. Yeah, you can make some dents, but like, is there even really a point? It's a fucking wall.
Well,
Like-
listen, I was taught at a very young age as a child that to reach heaven, I need to do it through violence. So,
That is true.
oh man. But yeah, I listen. The moral of the story is now I want this to happen, and then like Illumination becomes like super high off their horses, and are like, yeah, we're the fucking biggest, and then they like
That
release the
no,
Mario
you know
movie.
what? That's only gonna happen though if the fucking Super Mario movie doesn't flop.
Oh man, if the Mario
Yeah.
movie's actually good, then Illumination might be like really set. Like they were before, because where they can just release mediocre
'Cause the
animated
Minions were
movies for
fucking
like ever.
marketable. Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
even just Minions. I just think most of their movies are extremely mediocre. And but
Mhm.
if because of this now and Mario movie coming up, they could actually start getting some shit done. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
The just the wrecking ball of Illumination's logo on it. Here I come.
For real.
No,
You're
you
right,
just, you
Gumble
just start
Fruit.
hearing like the metal cap theme in the back.
Oh shit.
Dude.
But yeah, last up on the news, Disney agrees to recognize the Animation Guild as a bargaining rep for The Simpsons, Family Guy, and Adult Swim production workers. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, where all these production workers unionized with the Animation Guild, and it's cool seeing that Disney actually is like, hey, okay, we'll rewrite a contract, a new 3-year contract.
Yeah.
So
I think it's because Disney just kind of knows a little better, and they're at least trying to do a little better. I don't know what kind of minus their fucking endless bouts with trying to send copyright. I have yet. I mean, I've seen some issues, but I haven't seen like any true deep foundational issues with what Disney's been doing. So
Mhm.
yeah, they
They've
were
been
like,
on-
we're already having to like shorten a bunch of shows that we have, so we can give these Animation Guild guys,
Yeah.
throw them a bone.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, like I was gonna say, like their animation department is like in a weird set of shambles where it's like
I do think that they probably didn't mind, because like Simpsons, Family Guy, and Event like American Dad are kind of in like the weird space of like they own them, but I don't know if they have that much influence over them, so maybe they just didn't care. Of
they
like,
just own Fox. Fox, but Fox still kind of does its own thing.
Yeah, so they're just like, yeah, that's fine. We could just rewrite a contract. What else? It'd be how it be. But hey, no, it's still really cool seeing that they were willing to write new contracts for them. So hopefully, a lot of workers for them, a lot of their workers will be paid more. Hopefully, treated better. I don't know. I assume that they're at least treated fine. But what else?
It's the hope,
It really is the hope, honestly. But other than that, it doesn't even help that. No, they don't own. No, technically, no. That's a completely different story. But yeah, there's not much to really say with this news. It's just, hey, it's really cool that the Animation Guild actually was able to not only like work out with another animation studio for supporting their workers, but with Disney of all people, because Disney's usually huge cunts.
Yeah.
As we don't need to talk about previous episode where Winx Club creator fucking won a lawsuit with them, which was the
Still
hype.
wild and
Still the hype. Oh wow,
Yeah.
Pixel left at the mention of Winx Club. Okay, I see how it
well,
is.
I mean, I couldn't hear him, so it's one of those things. Like,
Yeah,
I think he might
probably
be having
he probably cut out, but I like the idea of like I mentioned Winx Club and Pixel's existence. It's just wait.
No.
Yeah.
No, you don't understand.
Yeah.
My fucking this week has addled my fucking brain because I've actually like made progress past like the opening sequence of Disco Elysium.
Oh damn! Really? I need to get back.
I'm on Tuesday. I made it to Tuesday.
That's a mood. That's me.
I actually I do remember where I was, but I don't remember what day I was on. I think I made it past for like 2 days. I need to get back to Disco Elysium. There was a lot of stuff I got at that time. I still need to get through SMT5.
Listen, both my existence, my beliefs, my politics have all been like thrown into question.
Oh yeah, because that
like,
game
I don't know
fucks
what
with
to
you.
do anymore.
That game fucks with you of like, oh man, you're for communism? Yeah, I love communism. Great. Here's all the horrible things about communism.
You want to bring communism back? I'm like, okay, wait a minute, and I just have to like decline. It's like, do I really want communism?
It's just you get a new perspective, and you can get a couple more answers because of it. Maybe you're really down for communism.
I was gonna say, all I really care about is that everyone is treated in an equal manner. But like, people should be able to earn what they need.
For me, like, I think I accidentally went into the mindset of like, man, everything like I forget which one, but like, I just love those moments in Disco Elysium where you have just a random thought going on, and you're fucking that part of your brain just like, hey man, your answers have been kind of liberal. Are you like a liberal?
Bro,
maybe
yes. No. On God, fuck them trying to put me in a capo type. They tried to put me on sorry.
Man, actually
put me on sorry cop because I tried to show some general kindness to the people. Fuck you.
I fucking love that bit where when you're going through the trash to look for evidence, you find that racist mug, and you can give your answers of why you want to pick up this mug, but one of them is just like, hey, I think it's funny, and the game's like, oh, you're one of those cops. Okay, just finish the job.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no,
nice.
Shit. Oh man.
It's the first instance I've ever seen of like a game being like, oh, you're one of those, huh? Okay.
Oh. Ew.
All right, whatever you say, buddy. Just finish the game.
Mm-hmm.
And what sucks too is, while I understand why they didn't add more choices, there totally should have been more choices, because like there should just be a point where you can tell your thoughts to go fuck off and
just go
doing.
Brain empty. You're just
a
shell of a man.
Did you ever get the coach physical instrument thought?
I don't remember, honestly. I need to look through.
It's pretty much like your physical instrument thoughts telling you that you're fucking a fatso and need to work out more.
Yeah,
and
okay.
Like,
I know that one, but I don't think I put too much into it.
I fucking told that motherfucker, I'll train, but this is to spite you. And he's like, you know what? That's a valid reason.
I fucking love how that game makes you argue with a whole party of your brain. It's
Whole
Yeah.
party
literally
of
just your
your
brain chemicals. Just oh
a
man.
whole party of your neurodivergence.
Literally, it's a whole party of your
No.
neurodivergent.
I've been describing Disco Elysium as you are given a D&D character sheet and then told, fuck you, every single thing on this character sheet is going to fight for you and against you at the same
Yeah,
time.
no, straight up.
Go figure it out.
It's like if every proficiency that you own is now a living, breathing thing in your head, and it's going to either give you advice or talk massive shit onto you.
Hmm.
Oh, persuade.
It's-
Yeah, let me talk to that person into sex. What? No.
and then you fail this check.
And then you fail the check, and you're like, you want to fuck?
No, I was gonna say you spew every sort of nonsense that comes into your head, and it's like, no, why?
It's
This game is just activate your anxiety. The
yeah,
video game.
that's straight up the game, and it doesn't help that like the game gives you fucking Kim, who is like the fucking smoothest motherfucker partner you could get.
The
honestly.
ultimate straight man to your nonsense, and you just have to live your life knowing that everything you say and do, he's gonna try to rationalize to people.
He's gonna be like,
It's like-
oh, okay, all right.
It's like you go up to a person, spout some random nonsense, ask them some questions, and then as you walk away, Kim's like, I apologize for my partner, and he like slips them some real.
God, there's
Oh
this
my
one,
God.
there's this one part where you're talking to a lady outside of the Whirling in Rags, and if you fuck up a check, the only response you get when talking to her when you think that she's acting suspicious is like, really, why do you think that? And you fuck it up, and the only response you get is, well, it's because you're you know.
Oh my god.
And Kim has to be like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. He's not in the right mind, and you have to be like, oops, sorry, or not if you want to play that way, I guess.
Oh my God.
God, Disco Elysium is fucking. It's great. Go play it. It's available on most things. But yeah,
In its final form for like, hold on, let me check the price.
I think it's not 40, but it's
It's like $20.
it's like $20, yeah.
Oh
It's-
no, actually no, it is $40.
Oh, it is 40. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
God damn. The
However, there
the summer
is
sale
a-
just ended.
Oh
too.
no. Oh, there is, however, a bundle with fucking Control for like for $40.
Oh, hey, that's
So-
not a bad deal, honestly. But other than that, that's gonna be pretty much it for the news for this week. We don't got anything else, honestly. Sorry,
Mhm.
Pixel, that you came in like right near the end, but hey, we still filled up a bunch of time, honestly.
Oh god, I have to go to breakfast anyway.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
any
Also, I'm just gonna say this now because I didn't get to say my week.
yeah,
Batman Beyond,
Batman.
bro. Why
Oh,
the fuck do we
yeah.
only have 3 seasons of Batman?
yeah,
Beyond?
I've noticed that I've noticed that your profile picture is now Beyond Bruce Wayne, and I'm like, oh, I think Pencil just recently got into Beyond, probably because of that one ink bitch that he's thirsting for.
Yeah.
I'm simping. It sucks how she went off. However, bro, this fucking series, they did so good with the colors. They did
Yeah,
so good with the.
it's fucking great.
And then the only thing that sucks is Heike, like season 3 fell off a bit, in my opinion, because we just got like a lot of like long specials that really could have just been regular episodes. I mean, minus
can't
the
say,
Justice
honestly.
League.
Oh, sorry,
Minus the Justice League one. Also, I'm gonna have to watch Justice League Unlimited after this because
Yeah.
apparently there is an episode where they go
yeah,
to Batman
universe.
universe.
There is an episode where they well,
And
I can't
then
spoil
I
it. They
saw-
do end up in Batman like a future, and they have to meet Batman Beyond,
future
Bruce Wayne,
Gotham
and
City.
Batman. There's also a Static
Bro.
Shock episode where that happens too.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, that
I
episode's
also
hype
like-
because
there's
Static's like,
also
yo,
this-
what the fuck?
There's also this fucking clip of younger Bruce being like super like dangling a fucking criminal, like trying to get a fucking information.
Yeah.
And then older Bruce is like, hold on, I got this, and proceeds to or proceeds to do something so horrible they have to fucking cut in order to get him fucking away. If I can find a clip, I will fucking send it. But it is super fucking good, and it is probably why I very much am in love with this fucking series.
Yeah. I like the idea of like he probably did something horrible, but he probably did like some like old man thing. He's like, gonna drink my prune juice. You want some? No, I don't want to drink any prune juice.
Older Bruce goes so fucking harder than younger Bruce.
Honestly.
I'm surprised that he still isn't Batman because of some fucking health conditions.
Yeah, like, he would still be Batman if it wasn't for those darn health conditions.
Yeah.
I'm so upset, bro.
I also do really like Beyond Bruce Wayne. I love how much there's this one episode where like everyone's treating him as crazy because there's some villain who keeps like there's some villain fucking with him, and he there's a point where he's like messing, like hypnotizing him, being like it's like making him think that he's talking to himself in his brain, and at the end of the episode he's like, oh man, how'd you know that it was someone else like messing with your brain? He's like, because in my head I don't call myself Bruce. And he's like, oh,
in my head I don't call myself Bruce.
And then
it was just such a cold motherfucker moment. But anyways, that's a lot of how I've been for a while.
Yeah.
Have I done anything else? No, just more Job Corps shit.
Yeah.
And steadily, I am on a never-ending roller coaster of being $40 in the green and then being back to kind of like around zero, because that's how much I kind of get paid around these parts. I made more working at the cafeteria at my high school for a period every day.
Yeah. But yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, you make sure you like, share Midnight Toons podcast stuff. We have the Twitter where whenever we're announcing new episodes or any other news involving the podcast. It also has links to all of our Twitters, so if you're interested in that, you can check out what Toble or Pixely are doing on Twitter, which you probably don't want to do.
No, my Twitter's been pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I know.
I've been retweeting anime girls. That's basically it.
I was gonna say I'm retweeting anime women and fucking making Akuma posts. So
yeah, of course.
The memes are pretty good though. Fucking Silent Hill, Beavis and Butthead is pretty good.
I saw that fucking.
This ball sucks.
Hey babe.
Hey babe. That girl over there, she knows where like the food is. Hey baby.
I fucking.
It is fucking Claire, bro.
Yeah, but other than that, if you enjoyed the music, of course, it's your boy Too Mellow. I link him in the description below. Go check out his
Memories of Tokyo To and Sounds of Tokyo To Future. This is a threat.
Actually, don't do that. Buy all of his music now. Do it.
True.
Like,
but buy those two albums in particular,
especially those two. But yeah, other than that, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching the Midnight Toons podcast, and we see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.
In the next episode.